Good afternoon, everybody. How are we doing this afternoon? I will just apologise in advance now. There is somebody that is unfortunately decided that this afternoon they are going to use a chainsaw or a hedge cutter or some sort of garden machinery somewhere close by. So I will apologise for that, and I will try and edit out the worst of it. But I do try to keep the editing to a minimal, and I only reserve it for these types of situations. As I said before, I did originally want to do these videos live, but the implications, as I have found out doing my videos, would have been catastrophic. Anyway, how are we doing this lovely day? This is now the Ox Day. Well, it's Rat and Ox Day today. The Rat and Ox Day. We've done the rat this morning. We're going to be doing the ox now this afternoon. So, how are we doing? Shout out to all my oxes out there. Let's see what the cards have in store for you today. We're going to close the eyes. We're going to give them a shuffle and basically pick your 3 cards. Thank you very much to everybody that's given feedback and that positive kind of feedback that's encouraging the channel and just basically just keeping me going, really. I mean, if nobody was really watching or resonating with it, I think it would be a bit of a flop, and I'd put it down to a trial and error situation. However, I am getting really good feedback, and it's really interesting to see how many people are resonating with it, but also how they resonate with it and how they interpret it, how they interpret the reading, and that is really, really interesting. Anyway, let's get on and do this. I really need to work on this shuffling. I'm thinking I might just sit here throughout the rest of the time I'm not doing videos, just learning how to shuffle properly. But we'll see. If you've subscribed now, stay tuned, because in like a year's time we can look back and we'll see how my shuffling has improved. Anyways, let's see what we got. We'll stop there. 1 in the bottom for the past, and then 1 in there for the present, and 1 at the top for the future. Oh, dun dun dun. What did we do? What did we do, my lovely oxen? What happened? I'm actually quite worried. Let's see. The Black Tiger. I don't think I've ever had this much anticipation to just flip the cards so much since doing these readings. I like to do it in a sequence, but I really want to see what's happening here. So we've got that tiger there. So realistically, in a sense of compatibility, the tiger and the ox are quite good friends when things are going good. It's just when things get bad, they get bad, and when things get rough, they tend to kind of they tend to try and put blame on each other and stuff. And I feel that maybe you've been wrongly accused of something. Somebody's kind of put you on the spot, and they've kind of said, you know, this is your fault, or they've blamed you for something. And they've done it quite loudly, where it's been embarrassing or humiliating for you. It's been very demonstrative, where you've been called out and there's been fingers pointed. And I don't think it's been justly put there. I think this is an unfair situation. I feel that this has got something to do with maybe, you know, somebody is ridiculing you because you followed the rules or because you did things properly, and now for some reason you've got the consequences of that. It's irritated the wrong person. I feel that maybe somebody's been rubbed up the wrong way by you, maybe in a new job somewhere where you've come in, or maybe someone new has started a job and they've come in and now there's sort of a clash there, or maybe in your friend group someone new has come in, or there's something going on there where somebody is rubbing you up the wrong way or you're rubbing them up the wrong way. And I think there's going to be need for a referee, or there has been. Because I think your temper is on its last nerve. And like I've said before, and I'll say it again, you don't want to mess with an ox. You don't want to mess with an ox, because you're going to get the horns every single time. Every time. And with that tiger card there, you're not just getting horns, you're getting teeth and claw. And I think you're on a very fine line where if you snap, you're going to snap. And it's going to be in a way that I don't think you're going to be able to come back from it. I think it's going to change the course of things. There's that dog coming in there now, which is also in the same triangle as the tiger. So you've got 2 compatible cards working together here, with the dog and the tiger coming up behind you in a negative sense. Right now, you're probably feeling quite defeated and maybe critical of yourself, where the words that have been said, they've stopped you moving forward. They've kind of made you question your goals or your ambitions, your dreams. Maybe you mentioned something that you enjoy, or maybe you mentioned a hobby or something to someone, and this person has scoffed at you, or had little sympathy for you, or isn't really kind of in that place with you. So they've kind of just shrugged you off. And you thought potentially this person was a friend, or that they were in the same sort of mindset as you, and this person has kind of been too stern and kind of come in and kind of put you in your place, and it's taken you aback a bit, and you've kind of gone, oh, okay, well, these are things that I actually quite enjoy. And of course you are determined, and you are very loyal to your own ideas. Of course you are an ox, and you'll get there eventually. And even if it is slower than anybody else will, and it will be very thought out, and not much will be missed on this, because you would have planned and prepared yourself. But I don't think other people see it that way, do they? I think that maybe people have expected too much from you. They've expected too much from you, or they feel like you should have done something differently. As I say, kind of pointing the finger, they've expected this of you, when really they shouldn't have expected it from you, really. I mean, you're a good person. You know, you're a good person in some regards. I mean, I can't speak for all the oxes out there, because there are some oxes out there that are going to be absolute arseholes. But realistically, in this situation, no matter what you've done here, I think potentially you aren't necessarily the issue. You're not the problem. Your stubbornness, your attitude towards things and outlook, I don't feel is the problem in this. I think this is like a fight for justice. This is like a fight for clearing your name, and you feel like it's just, as I say, it's wrongly been pointed and put at you in this way. You know, and that's kind of hindered you a little bit. That's put you in a bit of a predicament. And then we move into this rooster card. And that rooster card, it's a card of criticism. It's a card that very compatible with you. Rooster and the ox, same triangle for affinity, compatibility triangle. Yep, no issue there. Things are looking up. But you are still in that negative space, which means things could be better. But at least we're now looking at a compatible card. We're looking at the cards that are compatible with you. So that's good. And I think that's because you are dedicated and you are persistent. You do have a work ethic which is recognizable, you know. People see this. And I think it's going to start making you, this rooster card, it's going to start bringing you out. It's going to start making you be less subdued about it, and you're going to stand up for yourself a bit more. And as I've said before, I'll say it again, I said it in the video previously, here we are. Don't mess with an ox, because when they snap, they will snap, and you've got something to say. That rooster, you are about to cockle-doodle-doo. You're about to say, right, if we're going to work together, we can do this the easy way or the hard way. If you want to do it the hard way, you're getting the horns, you're going to get the teeth, you're going to get the teeth. Teeth here, look, these are two cards, both from a triangle that admire and respect fairness and equality. They want justice. Justice. And that rooster is not going to let that go. That rooster is going to come in as the disciplinarian, and that rooster is going to say, listen here, we're not having this. We're not having this. And you're going to talk about it, and you're going to shout about it, and you're going to make a scene about it, and I think you should. Because I think that the people around you are going to learn a few things about you as an ox. And those that don't listen won't listen. You can take a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. And that's just the way it is. You could take a tiger, a dog, and a rooster to that same water, and they still bloody wouldn't drink. That's not your job. You get to the water, you replenish yourself, you rehydrate, and then you carry on your steady way. Lest we forget, in the Chinese Zodiac, the ox is second, despite the fact of how slow it is. The ox is the slowest moving personality that there is in the Chinese Zodiac. And I don't mean this in a negative, put you down kind of way. It's admirable. It is really something where your approach to life serves you in such a way that the benefits outweigh the cons. So many other signs rush into things impulsively, spontaneously. Roosters, tigers, dragons, you know, they will just jump straight into things. They don't necessarily think about stuff, they just jump straight in. Ox, you will take your time, very much like the snake. You will take your time to think about these things. Like the monkey, sit back, analyze it, look at it. The rabbit, cautious, looking at it, analyzing, planning the next step. You are an ox. You came second in that lineup, and that second spot is very significant. You were faster than the tiger. You got there quicker than the rabbit and the dragon. You got there quicker than all of them apart from the rat. And the only reason that rat got the #1 spot over the ox was because of its crafty, tricksy nature. That's all it was. The rat and its tricksy, selfish, look out for itself nature. The ox was the one that would have taken that first spot because the ox thought it through. And if you don't know the history or the story or the folklore behind the Chinese Zodiac, I will eventually on Sundays be doing more sort of videos that are around the Chinese Zodiac in general, where it originates from, the history of it, the story of the Chinese Zodiac, the triangles, the compatibility circle, the conflict lines, all of this. We're going to look into that maybe on Sundays. Maybe we'll do that, as we move further and closer, into the year. But what I'm saying is that you were second and you were going to be first, but the odds on you were 100 to 1. You were put at the bottom there with the snake and the boar. You're slow, you're steady, but you are determined. You are consistent. You are reliable. You have to remember this. Stand your ground. And if they don't like it, then speak up. Speak up and make sure that your voice is heard. You don't have to rush. You don't have to run away. You don't have to act any more sort of in a more quicker, faster way. You don't have to suddenly quicken pace and rush. No. If you want to slow down, if you want to change things, if you want things to be different, if you want things to stay the same, all you've got to do is say, not today, I'm not moving. Because there isn't a sign out there that is going to bother trying to move you, is capable of moving you, that would take the risk in moving you. You're not moving if you don't want to move. And the signs that would try and move you are going to be more encouraging and supportive than forceful and pushing you in directions you don't want to go. But we'll find out next week when we come back Monday afternoon for the ox reading for you lovely ox people. And of course, next Monday, we will be officially in that year of the Chinese Zodiac Dragon. We're moving into the year of the Wood Dragon, and I myself am very excited for it. And as we move into that year of the Dragon, I'm really, really hoping that we can start building this channel up and get some more ideas from people and their perspectives of things and their sort of interpretation of the readings and things like this. So please do hit the subscribe button, give us a like, share it with anybody you think that might be interested, share it with people to see if they are sort of resonating with it, because I really am interested to see if this Chinese Zodiac actually has some kind of holding here. Anyway, I will see you next week, guys. If not, I'll see you tomorrow for all you guys that are tuning in anyway, because I know some of you are watching every video, no matter what sign, and I really do appreciate that. And tomorrow, we will be doing the tiger and the rabbit. So I will see you then. You guys have a fantastic day.